Hello, critical thinking and logic. Reflection on chapter two. Two crucial skills to live a complete and aware life. It's not to say that those skills, will give us all the knowledge that we need to live that kind of life, but we will be able to interpret information and arguments that we're presented with better. We'll be able to reflect on the situations and how we've reacted to them better as we get better at those skills. And problem solving, of course, requires logic and critical thinking. If the problem is more complex, I think we're faced with a lot of complex problems today, and I think that's why critical thinking is so important. Um, I think in identifying whether or not an argument is valid or whether it's full of logical fallacies. And uh, um, when I think of logical fallacies, I think about political debates. Two or more people standing up on a stage behind some podiums, and sometimes they'll give a proper response and it'll be a somewhat sound argument, and then other times, a lot it seems like people just resort to insults, especially in this current era, where there's a lot of you hear a lot of sound bites and kind of quick quips. Are those are the kinds of arguments, if they can be considered arguments, that most people take away from a political debate. There's a lot of attempts to assassinate each other's characters, a lot of false equivalency. I think we see that with Trump a lot. Somebody will call him out for something, and he say, "Well, what about this guy? He's funded by blah 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 or whatever." And we hear straw man arguments a lot. Great example in the quiz there was the question where somebody said, I think there should be stricter gun laws, and then their opponent responds, "Well, you just want to infringe on our rights." And we hear that all the time today. So that's why, we need to be able to use critical thinking, and not just in politics, in every area of life, because we get those skills tested every day. And, the more we use it, the better that we get at it. And the more we can kind of think for ourselves and not sort of just go with the flow, sponging up what might be bad information, and that influences our worldview.